Zaga said that he and your friends are making good progress through the jungle. Trust me, this is worth the wait. And here it is. A salvaged Basilisk war droid. Mandalore said that he would make it available to you for insertion into the city of Iziz. I assure you, they won't know what hit them. The Basilisk war droid is the epitome of weapon technology, state-of-the-art weaponry, armor, and maneuverability. Unfortunately, its weapons systems aren't fully functional yet, as are some other unimportant support systems. But she will get you to Iziz in one piece. Their fighters won't be able to stop that. Minor systems, nothing you need concern yourself with. We've modified the interior to hold 3 people. Maybe a little tight. You need to leave immediately. Iziz is in the grip of a civil war, so there'll be considerable resistance. They remember the last time Basilisk war droids visited their planet. Fight ferociously. And if you die, take as many as you can with you.
Basilisk? A basilisk here? Mandalorians are attacking the city! Talia has made an alliance with the Mandalorians.
Fast.
Men, destroy them.
I recognize you. You're that off-worlder. Come, we have no time. Vaklu's forces have overrun the sky ramp. The royal palace could fall any minute. We must save the queen.
Your plan seems to have succeeded. Your enemy has indeed revealed himself.
I anticipated the Sith, but those beasts weren't in my battle plan.
Even now, Vaklu is using them to breach the palace. I will not surrender to that usurper. I would die first.
Every man here would give their life to keep that from happening.
There is hope. It is faint but growing stronger. I think my message was received.
Which message? What are you talking about?
An old student is returning. I don't think the Sith are going to know what hit them.
This way! This way to the sky ramp! There are 2 force shield checkpoints along this path. Vaklu's forces have held this ramp for over a standard hour. That means they control the checkpoints now. If we can get to the turret tower up ahead, we can deactivate the first barrier. The forces we're encountering right now are their rear guard. The fighting will get tougher the closer we get to the front of the battle line.
The Royalists in the bunker are contained. We deploy as soon as the reinforcements arrive. A Jedi? Here? Men, attack!
Hold your fire. They're with us. Thank you. Vaklu's supporters stormed our position. The beasts have gone mad and attack on their command. Please, go to the palace. We received a transmission that the palace grounds have been breached. If so, they don't have much time.
Have they changed the access codes in the turret tower? We need to get through the force shields.
I don't think they've had time, sir. They've been firing the turret non-stop. Vaklu's close to having air superiority now. You two, follow the Jedi. The rest of us will hold our position. We don't have much time.
General Vaklu was once a hero to our people, but his alliance with the Sith shows how far he's fallen. General Vaklu must be stopped. If we supported General Vaklu, eventually Isis would be just another world enslaved by the Sith. We need to fight to keep our freedom.
I hope that you get to the Queen in time. I hope that you get to the Queen in time.
General Vaklu was once a hero to our people, but his alliance with the Sith shows how far he's fallen.
That traitor Vaklu has allied with the Sith, and somehow even the beasts follow them. The soldiers loyal to the Queen held the Skyramp checkpoint as long as we could, but we were outnumbered. We've got to get to the Royal Palace.
Is the Jedi still... We're under attack, man!
The palace has been breached. I repeat, the palace has been...
We've taken the palace. Wait for Talia's blood.
The beast's progress is remarkable, but it will take time, General. The throne room's force shields are far stronger than...
Our plans go well, Tobin, but we are still vulnerable until she is dead. Even now, it will unravel. Redouble your efforts. Disturbing news from the city.
As you command, General.
General Vaklu must be stopped.
Tell command, we need reinforcements. A Jedi Knight is assaulting our flank. Hold the line! Attack, men! Attack!
ahead, some reinforcements. Follow the Jedi. We're gonna retake the palace. We've got to stop General Vaklu before he gets to the Queen.
She's still alive! Run! Run!
Hold the line. Those cowards will be dealt with.
The second force shield is up ahead. It looks like it's been damaged by orbital bombardment. You might be able to bash your way through it with your lightsaber.
Ahead is the throne room. We must get to the Queen to protect her.
If you're heading to the palace, we'll follow you there. The palace itself has been breached.
That traitor Vaklu has allied with the Sith, and somehow even the beasts follow them. The soldiers loyal to the Queen held the Skyramp checkpoint as long as we could. We were outnumbered. We've got to get to the Royal Palace. We've made it to the palace. General Vaklu's troops haven't been here too long. Hopefully we still have time to save the Queen. Straight ahead is the throne room. Vaklu's hand-picked troops will probably be here. I'm gonna stay here and keep the intersection secure. If any more royalists arrive, I'll keep them organized.
Shut the outer door, now!
I'm impressed you made it this far, but you're too late. Soon the Queen will be dead, and General Vaklu will be the new king. This is no ordinary door between us. The same material is used for the hull of capital-class vessels. I'm afraid you will find it quite impregnable. I'm afraid it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, we have one last barrier to take care of.
The Royal Palace could fall any minute. We must save the Queen.
Ahead is the throne room. We must get to the Queen to protect her.
Gather our forces. Make sure the defenses are set. Colonel Tobin says the Jedi is coming our way. Take your beasts and attack her. We need more time to prepare. I'm going to the control room. Perhaps the captain can be persuaded to cooperate.
Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon.
I don't have time for your resistance, Captain Riken. We need the override code for the palace shields.
And I told you that I don't know. You scanned my ID, you know my post is the merchant quarter.
I'm sure that's what you'd like me to believe. I have been authorized to use any means at my...
Tornata via. Gigiowatana, finito para mas nucho.
Blast! Defend the security room with your lives. The Jedi could ruin everything.
Heruta, Jinking, ni bobo, ni donjo.
You again? Seems you made a habit out of cleaning up our messes. Don't suppose you could help a fellow out here? If you ever been in one of these, you know they aren't too comfortable. You don't need to tell me about that. Thanks for coming. Vaklu's troops aren't very good hosts. If you could get me out of here, I'd be doubly thankful. Should be pretty easy to do. The primary security console for the Royal Palace is just over there. It controls the force gauge. I think that slicer is still logged in, so you should have full access to everything. If you could hurry, it's been a long day.
Salji listo park norcia, lusni hacha batishit jort. Kavotumpa botenia, dachi morotaca kamsa. Bawan maderansha, yukamos krun. Nande misoku kuran marenden krabanosot. Dragonix one gestale lorcha jemu mepete rungchoda? Ruka sole molosoch? Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawa kachuba. Sura dachi morotuko gansa. Yatuka Uwanrika Chotin Wani Maurata Wakata Chi Luma Lithpa. Bram Tabanin Soju. Da come Jusmak Miki Baranye Doso So Rika Chondin. Wana Magrable Mogo. Kavadumpa Mo Wendido Chokerembi Norta Kunyun Wish Chawa Kachuba. Sura Dachi Morotuko Gansa. Kavadumpa Mo Wendido Chokerembi Norta Kunyun Wish Chawa Kachuba. Sura Dachi Morotuko Gansa. Yatuka Uwanrika Chotin Wani Maurata Wakata Chi Luma Lithpa. Yatuka Uwanrika Chotin Wani Maurata Wakata Chi Luma Lithpa.
Thank you. Now that you've got me out, you need to get the primary security console's override code, then lock the terminal down. Once you've got that code, if you can get to the secondary security station, you'll control the entire palace's security systems. The Slicer's still logged into his account. You should be able to just get whatever you need. Security terminal taken care of, I take it? With you on our side, I think we may have a chance in this war after all. Let's head to the throne room right away. We need to hurry to save the Queen.
Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon.
Tell the Colonel we'll need more of our men to smoke the Royalists out of their hole. I don't trust those Sith or their beasts. And another thing, if I catch any more of my men looting, then the Queen's Guard will be the least of your worries.
Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon.
I don't know how you made it, but well done. Come in quickly before more Sith or Vaklu troops arrive. We got split off from Talia's troops by the currents of this war. We really need to talk, but Cadron and I are coordinating the defense of the war. I know Captain Cadron needs someone to handle a dangerous assignment. He's in the other room. Talk to him. No one else could do the job. This is the secondary security complex. There's a slicer at the primary who's causing trouble. Since Cadron isn't available, I've been coordinating the battles and the rest of ISIS. If this war isn't stopped soon, ISIS will take months to recover from the damage. We'll talk when all of this is over. Until then, may the Force be with you.
Do you want me to guide you to the palace entrance? We can leave immediately if you like. As you wish, Jedi.
So, you're the Jedi, eh? Well, the comm chatter we've intercepted is filled with reports about you. You fought right through their flank on the sky ramp? We desperately need someone like you. We've managed to hold this part of the palace, but Vaklu's forces control the rest. We need to get to the Queen before that flaming Drexel breaks through the inner door. There are 2 security consoles in the palace. The primary security console is on the other side of the palace. There's an expert slicer over there who's been hampering our every move. We need to transfer all primary functions to our terminal here, then disable the primary security console. That will also take their slicer out of the picture. After that, we'll control security again, and can get to General Vaklu before he gets to the Queen. You have? Oh, son of a muglak! Corporal, use this code to open the outer door to the throne room. The door's open. Hurry! They might break through the inner door at any moment.
Will you just die already? You will go no further than this. You're too late. Our pet beast is about to breach the force field to the throne room. The Queen will be dead in moments.
Watch out! I've lost control of the beast!
Ignore the beast. Into the throne room. The Queen must die. Oh, blast it all!
That's another one for me.
The defense of Isis requires my full attention. Later.
Your time is at an end, Talia. Your people have abandoned you, and now your life is forfeit.
You would destroy everything just for your ambition, Vaklu. The Republic, ISIS, everything.
That is a gross simplification, Talia. Change is a painful process. A price must be paid. But Onderon will have a new destiny. One larger than you could imagine.
You're getting careless, Vaklu. One more mistake, and you're the one who will pay the price.
Damn you! Your skill with the blade won't save you from my men. Goodbye, Talia. Fire! What? The Jedi lives? But how? Kill her and the Queen men, quickly. They must not be allowed to live. You've won this battle, Talia. But your reign won't be an easy one. The Republic is a sinking ship, and you're too attached to it.
He's too dangerous to leave alive. As distasteful as it is, it might be best to silence him forever. Until he's dead, all of Onderon is in peril.
So what will it be, Your Majesty? Send me to your best detention cell. I will be free within the week, and vengeance will be mine.
Are you so sure of my decision, Vaklu? I appreciate the Jedi's counsel, but as monarch, I decree you are guilty of treason. The punishment is death, to be carried out immediately. Captain Cadron?
Talia, you can't. You're too weak. What about my trial?
But he will rise again. He has too many supporters. I do appreciate your counsel, but he must be killed. But the price if you are wrong. I thought I could order this, but I can't. It would be breaking our laws. You will stand trial, Vaklu. Take him away. What is done is done. I don't think the service you have given us can ever be repaid. I must go with Captain Cadron. The fighting must be stopped. I will be back shortly to try and repay you. The crisis is over thanks to you and Master Kavar. I believe he'd like to speak to you, if you'll excuse me.
The wound is not a mortal one, though it has been some time since I exercised my healing powers. There is a shred of life within you still. A gift from your master, no doubt. Awaken, Colonel Tobin. Your part in this is not over. Colonel Tobin, I am with Vaklu. The war has gone against him. He sent me to rescue you, to tell you you must make haste off-planet. The Jedi have struck. They had a secret academy buried on Telos, and they are showing themselves at last. We are all in danger.
What? But the Jedi are gone. They have all but vanished.
So we all thought, but they have hidden themselves on Telos.
Out of my way, old woman. This war can still be won, and Onderon can be freed.
Indeed. This war is far from over.
The Queen has requested you stay here until she gets back. I imagine you'll get some sort of reward. Talk with Master Kavar. She shouldn't take too long.
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. There are times I'm not convinced it doesn't have a sense of humor. We spend all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I thought you might return to Onderon. Looks like just in time. I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know about this threat that's striking at the Jedi. It's attacking us through the Force. Varuk didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was left of the Jedi Enclave. Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, I thought might make the enemy more bold. But then you happened. You came back, and you became a new target for whoever was attacking us. They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds, if only to try and make peace with what happened there during the war. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi will gather on Dantooine. From there, we can counterattack. Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. I heard they're trying to rebuild. Atris? I thought Atris had gone to Kotor. Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to gather. We cannot remain concealed any longer. We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action, and called a secret conclave on Kotor to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress. The difficulties you surmounted to get here, you must have many questions. You deserve answers. I know that all too well. I came here to find them, to trace them to their source. The war on Duxon and Onderon. I had thought that perhaps the tragedies that occurred here were concealing them. You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the Sith, I can't say. They wanted to aid General Vaklu in breaking away from the Republic. If Onderon became independent, this place would be an excellent staging ground for them. But I fear it was more than that. That the consequences of Onderon's fall would have greater implications for the galaxy. The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side since the beginning. Our rules and the Jedi Code provide protection from what's inside each of us. The dark side is always there, and it is something that can never truly be defeated. I feel our current troubles, though, are beyond what we faced before. This threat that is targeting us, drawing us out, it's not a battle we're used to, and it has ended many of us. Not enough. I feel it is something that was born from the wars that have struck the Republic. The threat is Sith, but the manner and timing of their attacks is difficult to defend against. We don't know all that the Sith planned during the Jedi Civil War. What secret training grounds may still remain. What worlds he discovered. We just don't know. Even after we deal with this current threat, I fear we may be dealing with the legacy of the Jedi Civil War for years to come. Whatever I can tell you, I will. Scattered, searching for you. Going to places where they thought they might cross your path. You were our last hope. I think we all know that Varuk isn't easily swayed from his convictions, and his views on anyone who went to the Mandalorian Wars are low. Yes, at least that's what I asked them to do. I believe you are the key to this whole war. When you stood before us in the council chamber on Coruscant, we felt something from you we'd never felt before. It was as if the Force had died within you, leaving you hollow. We had suspicions as to why this was, but nothing definite. But rather than try to understand, we sent you away. I think because at some level there was fear. We live our whole lives in touch with the Force, in touch with life all around us, and you had a gift in that regard. You formed bonds so easily, and they flowed deep between you and others. To see such emptiness in the Force standing before you, it's not an easy thing to face. Whatever is attacking us, it is leaving something in its wake, something we haven't felt since you stood before us in judgment. The deaths of the Jedi, the destruction of Kotor. All of these things are leaving behind echoes, like the one we felt from you in the council chamber. It was clear to us, to me, that we had to find you, but we couldn't call you back from exile, because we didn't know where you'd gone. Plus, there was a chance we might put you in danger, and that we couldn't allow. If you couldn't feel the Force, then it would just make you a target. I don't know how you got back, but I'm glad you're here. The thing is, in traveling to these places where war was fought, we felt the same thing. Echoes. Something happened in all these places, but it's hard to figure out what. It's hard to sense things through the Force in such places. Too much pain occurred here. It makes listening to the Force difficult. We resolved to meet again on Dantooine, but only when the threat revealed itself. Unfortunately, I happened to be here when it struck. Now that we've stabilized Onderon, I can join the others on Dantooine. Whatever I can tell you, I will. There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed Revan to war. I know why you did it, but in so doing, much more harm was done. But you must understand, the exile was never the punishment you thought it to be. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside, what you needed to do in order to heal. All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you served beside. Too much death leaves echoes in the Force. It is the price for having such connections. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim, and why you traveled with no one, and did not stay in any place too long. I have thought of you since your trial, and there are times when I wonder if being connected to the Force is always the gift it is believed to be. Whatever I can tell you, I will. Cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that? No, I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you. Whatever I can tell you, I will. You always had deep connections to the Force. I'm glad to see that it is once again your ally. When I first sparred with you during your training as a Padawan, I could tell that you were different. And it wasn't just your strong connection to the Force. Whatever I can tell you, I will. So, you heard what we said. These questions I cannot answer. This is something the Council must answer, not I. You must understand, this is hard for me, especially after all you've done, but it is necessary. Did you know that when I was training you, I considered making you my Padawan? I didn't. The demands of the Jedi Council were too great, but I considered you a friend. I even tried to convince you to become a Jedi Guardian. We could have used someone like you. So the decision that had to be made was not easy, but I cannot say anything more. Whatever I can tell you, I will. That sounds like the bond that often forms between master and apprentice. But to that degree? You always did form connections to others, strong ones, even when you were a student. But what you are describing is beyond me. I'm sure others in the Jedi Council would be able to assist you, if you could find them. There is something I would like to teach you. It is a technique which, I believe, will aid you in the trials ahead. The philosophy of Force Mastery states that a Jedi's powers are best used without the direct intent to harm another. Here is a form that will aid in that philosophy. Through careful concentration, the duration of many of your Force powers will be enhanced. But be cautious when you face Dark Jedi. This form drains energy quickly and decreases resistance to Force powers. Excellent. I'm impressed with how quickly you've mastered this form. I always knew you were gifted. I'm going to Dantooine. The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now that they've attacked Onderon, we can act. Our paths will cross again. May the Force be with you.
I'm sorry to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally for all of your help. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be repaid. Battles still wage in our streets, but by morning the conflict should be over. I recognize you must leave soon, but please, take this. I had also planned on giving you some relics from Onderon's past, but Vaklu's troops looted our museum. I hope the credits and my sincere thanks are enough. Captain Bostuco has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. I fear it will be quite some time before you can come back. The war was brief but destructive. I will focus all of my energy on rebuilding Isis. Thank you again. I must go.
If you will follow me, I will take you to your shuttle.
Hey, the gang's back together. I must hear all about your vacation in Onderon. Well, that's good, I guess. When powerful people butt heads, it's usually the little guy who suffers most.
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next course of action.
Ready to head back again. Give the word and I'll take you there. Follow me then.
Hidden depths as a leader. There is more to warfare than mastery of battle tactics. Equally important is the ability to motivate the troops that carry your banner. Vaklu was formidable, but through all of the Queen's hardships, she kept her army together. Tactics can be learned, but some elements of leadership are innate. This bodes well for her future. Our numbers swell. Our training hones us.
Does your journey go well? Last communication I heard indicates that the war still rages on Isis. Does your journey go well? Last communication I heard indicates that the war still rages on Isis.
I hear that your help was instrumental to Queen Talia's victory in the Civil War. I heard you defeated a Zakek. That is an achievement. I can't believe that Queen Talia defeated Vaklu. Vaklu was a fierce opponent, like a wild Drexel. Onderon will suffer for this turn of events.
Another war has ended without me, but the galaxy is in turmoil. My day will come. It's you again. Kelborn told me to give you these. He said it would help you out. You're still breathing. The scouts have reported no new activity since you were last here. The jungle has been quiet. Well,
As quiet as the beasts of Duxon ever let it get. Ready to head back to your ship? Give the word and I'll take you there. Follow me.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out.
That guy, I don't trust him.
I do. I mean, he's alright, I guess. He's like someone who watches too many holovids. Or teaches them.
Yeah, you're right. He's boring.
Yeah, and that puts him a few ranks up the ladder from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not boring.
No, you're more like a shifty, lying idiot with a tendency to complain about every little thing and offer only small bits of helpful advice if pressured. He'd get beaten to death on Nar Shaddaa almost as soon as he landed, though.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thought I had some competition there.
Oh, well, it's not really a competition. I mean, you're kind of an idiot, Atten, and you don't shower enough, and you scratch your equipment when you think no one's looking. Don't take it too hard, though. That still makes you better than most people I've met on Nar Shaddaa.
Thanks.
And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids. You know, I think it's time I gave your cutting laser a little boost. It works fine for repairs, but we could use your help in a firefight. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure they keep you out of their scopes. Hey, it's something for Goto to be jealous of, right? Think of it this way. You can keep Goto in line with it. Finally decided to let me take a look at your circuitry.
Answer: indeed I did. I hope you understand how difficult it is for me to trust a meatbag with something as delicate as my inner mechanics. Explanation: our encounters with my copies has convinced me that I should look into upgrading my capabilities in order that I may be able to destroy them with greater impunity.
Worried you might be going obsolete? I understand.
Objection: nothing of the sort. I am programmed to improve my capabilities if it will improve my chances of destroying a target, even as unsavory an avenue as this.
You don't have to suffer on my account. Maybe you are better off not letting me dig around in you.
Retraction. You must understand, my previous interactions with meatbags have rarely been pleasant. Disclosure. After all, most of those meetings involved the termination of said meatbags.
It obviously couldn't have been your charming personality. Now, if you want me to see if I can upgrade your functionality, just let me get to work on you.
Answer: in that case, please go ahead. Just be careful not to damage any of my delicate parts. Analysis. My self-diagnostic indicates that my performance has indeed been improved. Also, many of my systems are reporting improved efficiency. Commentary. I am most pleased with this turn of events. It would appear that my initial analysis of your mechanical abilities was incorrect.
You're welcome. Yes, General? Don't worry, I'm a quick learner. Thank you, General. That might prove useful in the future.
My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you. I do not understand, but the choice is mine whether you permit it or not. I will answer what I can. My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you. I do not understand, but the choice is mine whether you permit it or not. My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours. I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours.
Query, is there someone that you need killed, Master? Statement. More questions. Wonderful. Statement. Yes, them. Very well. What did you wish to know? Statement. More questions. Wonderful. Query. Indeed, I was unaware that the navicomputer was locked. Statement. Yes, I heard it was voice printed. Most curious. Statement. I suppose so, Master, but I would need to know who voice locked it, and regrettably, I do not have that knowledge. It seems to me that we will have to accept the T3's astrogation abilities for the time being. It is a very loyal and dependable droid for its class.
I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records, a reason for why one would leave the Order. Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice. I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs. Because I, too, turned away from the Order. Under less extreme circumstances, perhaps, but stemming from the same reasons. I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering. Because I too turned away from the Order. Then I shall speak no more of it. Yes? Is something wrong? That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know?
Yeah, something wrong? This better not be any of that boring meditation stuff. That puts me to sleep. Got it, I understand. I'll try to make use of it.
Something up? Alright, I'm game. What did you want to show me? Got it. I'll be sure to make use of it. Something up?
Yeah, what do you want? I fought countless battles. Ones most didn't walk away from. The wounds add up, and even the implants are all that keep me going sometimes. I may have been stronger in my youth, and stupider, but now I've got to rely more on my armor, my weapons, and my cunning. Now, is there something else you needed?
Yes. Is there something you wish to do for me? You may speak. You have done well, and the stability you have caused shall be rewarded. I have arranged a transfer of funds from certain interests within the Republic to you. There is nothing more to be done. Now the critical point is you and the Jedi Order. Of course it sounds ominous. I am given to such theatrics as part of my programming. I have no wish to. I enjoy watching you squirm. I have, however, observed that you perform beyond expectations when subjected to extreme stress and pressure. Thus, I am curious to see how that behavior may be maximized. I don't give compliments. I provide observations. Even if it was a compliment, I will never admit it. I am willing to indulge some of your questions. Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence must remain a secret, and it may remain that way forever. You may speak. There is nothing more to be done. Now the critical point is you and the Jedi Order.
We must go to Dantooine, to the Enclave. There is something there that you must hear if you are to understand. I have no time for questions, and any answers will have to wait until we stand within the Enclave together.